How many pigs did you start with?
Well, I started with just two female.
2 females.
Yes,
Just 2 pigs.
of course.
2 females.
Yes.
And what's the next? How did they become pregnant?
I rented a male from a colleague of mine. Good day, everyone. I'm Odemi Olasunkomi by name. The name of my farm is Alinko Farms.
Please tell us, what made you start pig farming?
I noticed that pigs always give back to multiples. After that, I went to a farm in order to acquire much knowledge for 2 months.
How many pigs did you start with? Next, how did they become pregnant?
I rented a male from a colleague of mine.
Okay, so you rented a male from a colleague
Yes,
to come and service the pig.
yes.
And what's the process like? Did you carry a pig there, or did you bring the male here?
I brought the male here to
Okay.
my farm.
Okay.
And after about 30 minutes,
Just 30 minutes,
yes, of course,
and they became pregnant.
yes.
And how did you know they were pregnant immediately? Do you know after 30 minutes they were pregnant, or how was the process?
After
like?
they mate for once, that's all.
Female pig meeting a male pig will become pregnant within 30 minutes or 30 seconds, or how is the process like?
Well, it also depends because after we noticed that in their buttocks, after their first eat, we can cross them with a male. After that, then after crossing them with a male, we notice that that's all. Just first eat, that's all.
Okay, but before crossing them, do you need to make sure they are ovulating, or
Yes, of course.
and how do you know exactly where the pigs are ovulating?
Their buttocks is going to come out. That's what we call heat.
Oh, okay, so they will be on heat.
Yes,
Oh, you notice they are on heat before crossing them.
yes, of course.
Okay, so after they become pregnant, or you notice that they become pregnant, what's the process like, the whole gestation period?
Well, the period is about 3 months, 3 weeks, and then 3 days.
3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
Yes,
So when the pigs are pregnant, you wait for 3 months. The gestation period is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
3 days.
Interesting. And after that, what happens?
After that, you'll be giving them some medication like iron and multivitamins
So why are you giving them iron and multivitamins?
to become stronger.
Oh, so iron make them stronger and multivitamins.
Yes, so that their bones can carry the pregnancy.
Oh, can carry the pregnancy.
Yes.
Okay. So your pigs, when you started, how many piglets did they produce for the first?
The first one produced 3, while the second one produced 11.
So what's the difference? Why 3 and 11?
It also depends on the species.
Oh, on the species. So the species that had 3, what species was it?
Or same species.
It was same species.
Yes.
And same species producing different number of piglets.
Well, we can't
Okay. 7 a.m. in the morning and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So just twice a day, or how? Is it more than that, or just 2 times
twice a day.
Is it the same for the piglet?
Definitely.
In terms of the feed, how do you manage feed in pigs?
Well, I feed them with chicken feed and PKC because the more you invest, the more you receive more income. So if you don't feed them with nutritional feed, so don't expect something bigger.
Okay. So my mother is selling food, for example,
Okay.
and there are some leftover food. So can't I start a pig farm by giving them those leftovers?
Of course you can.
And in terms of the pig's health, how do you manage like sickness or the health in the pigs?
Well, time to time I always employ a vet doctor, a vet, in order to help me to check 1 or 2 things in them.
Okay. Do you, apart from the checkup, is there any other thing you do? Like, is there any medication, or the veterinarian does that?
Anyway, I do deworm them. Not only that alone. After deworming, I always give them multivitamins and so on.
I know pig to be as dirty as mud, but I see your pens are very clean. How do you manage to make this pen clean? And in fact, pigs happen. I always thought pigs to be one of the dirtiest animals, but that story is changing. The pens are so clean. How do you manage to keep this pen so clean?
Well, I always clean them every day, every morning and in the afternoon before going home.
And I can see water in the pen. Why is there water in the pen for the pigs?
Well, this is what they used to swim. This is a swimming pool area for them.
Okay. Why do you have that?
Well, they love water a lot. That's why.
Pigs love water.
Definitely.
So is it like a cooling place? Can you determine whether they are all male or females?
Well, I have 6 male and then I have 5 female over here.
6 male and 5 female.
Yes.
Oh, so you keep them together at this age?
Yes. By next month, I'm going to win them.
What do you mean by win them?
I'm going to separate them.
You are going to separate them?
Yes.
And when you separate them, for how long will you keep them before selling or what?
I'm going to, it depends. Anyway, I'm going to nurse them for just 7 months.
For 7 months?
Yes.
How old are these piglets now?
They are just 2 months and then 3 days.
2 months and 3 days?
Definitely.
And you keep them for 7 months?
Yes.
So that will be 9 months and about 3 days?
Yes.
And after that, will you sell or what's the decision?
Anyway, I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell them off.
Looking at the other pens, it looked like you made some other sales.
Yes, of course.
You made some other sales. And at what age did you sell those piglets?
I sold them about 8 months.
8 months?
Yes.
For slaughter or for another farmer who is willing
for slaughter.
For slaughter?
Yes.
Okay, so you said people buy on as per kilograms, right?
Yes.
So, my brother, for our viewers who are interested in starting pig farming, what advice will you give to them?
Well, my advice for them is that it's not alpha but our. It's not until they have much money to start this business. They can start with little capital to start this business. If they don't have capital, they can at least borrow